A good day to you all from us to you. We welcome you to Bloomers. What's up, my G?
Yo, yeah, yeah.
How is it? You good?
I'm
I
trying,
go by
man.
the name Ashley Cooper, and today I have my guest by the name
I'm telling you, sir.
Chabiso.
Yeah,
Okay, my brother. We welcome you to this platform to have a discussion with you.
yeah.
So don't sit tight.
My man.
Just
Hey,
chill, my man. We are here to laugh. We are here to hear from you. We are here to to engage.
hey.
So no
Uh,
serious faces here.
you seem serious, man. Eh?
No. We're not
You
serious,
seem
man. We're not
serious.
serious, my man.
Yeah?
We're not serious. We're not serious. We're just chill,
Okay.
my man. So tell us where you're from.
Myself.
Yeah, yourself. Where are you
Okay.
from?
Hey, my man. I'm from South India. So, yeah, I'm from South India, my man.
Are you an Indian?
Yeah, I'm Indian.
What?
100% Indian. You know. I'm Telugu. I speak Telugu, my man.
Telugu. Telugu.
Do you know Telugu?
No.
Hey, this guy. Okay.
So give us a little bit of Telugu that you know.
Ela ఉన్నావురా?
What? What does it mean?
It means how are you, bro?
How are you?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. Seems like it's a great thing, right?
Dinner.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
That means have you eaten? Have you had something, my man? Have you filled your stomach?
stomach.
Yeah.
And then if you want to say good day,
Good day.
mm,
It's allowed now.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Ah,
allowed now. And then when you answer allowed now, you say bow now.
so where's the place of origin?
My place of origin. Okay, I'm originally from Lesotho. I was born and raised in Lesotho in a small town called Maputo. So that's where I originate from.
And how you came about to know Telugu?
The reason I came to know Telugu is because I'm Indian, bro. Okay. Uh, I came to know about Telugu because I'm now living in India. Yeah. So from Lesotho to India, and now I'm in India, and I'm learning a bit of Telugu, a bit of Gujarati, a bit of Hindi. So
How has been your experience so far, like in India?
Woo. Hey, my man,
Uh,
it's been ups and downs.
Ups and downs.
It's been ups and downs.
Ah,
Because I remember when I just got here and then hey, I was excited, that
that
excitement.
that excitement.
Yeah. Hey,
And then what
and then
happened?
because I think we got to the airport around 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning, right?
Okay,
So
yeah.
it was still cool, right?
Mm.
And then as the sun comes up, then it's getting hot.
Getting hot.
I'm like, hey, what's wrong with this place? You know. Now,
Oh.
my man,
Mm.
the moment we leave the airport, hey, so many people. I'm like, what? The traffic, man. And that's Mumbai. The traffic, it was way too crazy. I was wondering, so am I going to live in this place or
Okay.
what? But yeah, I am, bro. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I've adapted to the hot conditions because hey, India is very hot, bro.
So, what is the big difference in terms of weather, where you come from, and where you are right now in India?
I think where I come from, we have 4 seasons, right?
4 seasons, okay?
Yeah, we have summer, autumn, winter, spring, right?
Spring.
So here they have 3 seasons,
3 seasons, yeah.
but then which for me it's still just one season because they say we are going into winter like right now we're going to go into winter, right?
Winter, yeah.
So but it's still hot.
Still hot,
You can't even tell.
Yeah, true.
The only time you can tell that it might be winter, it's during the night when like it's very chilled, but then during the day it's very hot. You
Very
can't
hot.
even tell that it's winter. So they have summer, they have monsoon, and then they have winter.
Hmm. So, in terms of the weather conditions, differentiating from where you come from and where you are right now, right? Have you managed like to adapt to the weather conditions, or have you faced any difficulties in terms of or the weather?
Not really,
Okay.
except for the fact that it's hot. I've been like adapting very well. I've never had like any problems because I can still pay. We temperatures used to hit 32, 33, and then you'll find me in the field back home.
Yeah,
So even here, it's not such a big deal. It's just that we are people. We always complain. So
but I always hear that every foreigner who comes to India, they always want to taste their cuisine. So tell us, because when you go to the airport, did you find that opportunity whereby you say, okay, now I'm in India, let me try and taste this cuisine? Because they say the Indian tradition is one of the most outrageous, like.
yeah, it's very diverse, bro. It's very diverse. So the problem about me is uh I know my stomach. My stomach can disappoint me at any
At
time,
any
right?
time.
So when I got to the airport, I didn't want to like be tasting things that I don't know, right?
Mhm.
What I did was I just went straight to KFC. I know
Mhm.
KFC. I'm familiar with KFC. Got some KFC there,
Okay.
and then the bill was like 700 and something.
Oh,
I'm like, hey, this I've never like had one man bill
like
of this much,
on
right?
700
700 and something. Was it 756 if I'm not mistaken?
USDs.
No, 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 my man.
Oh,
Rupees.
rupees. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
here
I
they
was not
use
surprised. I
rupees.
mean, okay.
And in South Africa, you buy streetwise for 31,
That one. Okay.
32, 33, 34. And then
Mm.
here it's 700 and something. I'm like,
Yeah,
hey, so much money
so much money.
just for food. But then I got used to that now, right?
Okay. Mm.
So, but then in terms of foods and diversity,
Mm.
yes, now I think I have more than a year here.
Mm.
So I've like tried a lot of,
A lot of
not a lot, a couple,
a couple.
a couple of meals. And of course,
Tell
the,
tell us some few dishes that you've actually ate and then you've actually
uh,
enjoyed.
I've tried locho. There
Gotcha.
is this locho.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's very good.
Mm.
What else? There is what they call paratha again.
Paratha. Mm.
Yeah, there is also which one is this one? There's this thing. I mean, it's they make of something like cottage cheese.
What is it? Mm.
What do they call it again? Paneer chili.
Vanilla.
Paneer chili.
Ah,
So you see, when I eat that one, man,
this one.
it just feels like I'm eating chicken, man.
Chicken. Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the sauce is the like it all blends together, right?
Mm.
So like yeah, and the other thing that I've learned about Indians is uh like this thing their their diversity
Diversity. Yeah,
in
there is a
food
lot of diversity.
now also in the flavor and the flavor you'll find that you find all these tastes in just one kind of food.
Some kind
You'll
of
find sweet,
sweet,
sour,
sour, salt.
salty, all that, man. So that's how diverse India is and how beautiful it is. And I think I'm still yet to explore
To
more.
explore.
So
Mm.
yeah,
Are you a food lover?
myself, I came to India. I used to be a food lover, and now I'm in India.
Then?
Sometimes I mean I just eat for surviving.
No,
Man.
MN has to eat. MN has to eat.
Eh? Hey, when sometimes the problem I have with India food
Eh?
is the spices, man. Hey,
Spices.
yeah.
Yeah. The
Hey,
other thing
hey,
that
hey,
I
hey,
want us to discuss
hey.
about is the spices part. Because they say India is one of those places where there are like a variety of spices.
Mhm.
You know, they are rich in spices. I guess it's one of their biggest, like exporter, like their biggest exporters of what? Of spices.
Mhm.
How has been your experience so far when tasting those spices and then you get that, that feeling whereby you find yourself tasting different spices?
No, I think I don't have a problem with spices, right?
Spices, okay?
But then try and balance the spices so that I get to have a taste that okay, fine. No, in this food they put this and this and this spice, right?
Okay.
But
Yeah.
then now you find that I don't know which spice is that one, but then
That's
it's
better.
very chilly, bro.
Very chilly.
It's very hot,
Better.
so it just overpowers everything. You can't even tell, like, okay, what does this food have, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I came here, when I first came here in my early days, like it was easy to be trying everything, right? Because
Trying
my
everything. Yeah.
immune system then it was still very strong. I was from back home, so my immune system was still very strong. I was like testing everything, but now, hey, my man, I
Mm-hmm.
siakala,
Red color.
siakala, yeah.
Done. Okay. So we have talked about food, right? And then the interaction with the people, like the local people. You are a foreigner. Sometimes when you're a foreigner, and then you get to a new country, right? And then there's that feeling, whereby there is a little bit of diversity. Did you ever felt like as if maybe you are different, or you felt as if like, oh, no, 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 I want to go back to my country or something like that?
I personally have never like really felt like I am different, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think the thing with Indians that I recognize, but then I think it applies because now when I sat down and like I was analyzing this thing, it also happens even in Africa, right?
In Africa, yeah.
When you see someone from a different part of the world,
Mm-hmm.
you have that feeling that so many like question marks on people's faces. Who is
Mm-hmm.
this person? Where are they coming from? This and that, right?
Yeah,
So
so,
with India also, that's what you get, right?
yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
My man, everywhere you go, you'll be finding people who are like keep staring at you, my man. A
Yeah,
person
yeah, yeah.
will staring at you when you're coming to them, and then you get past them, and then they're still staring at you.
Because there's this other instance whereby when you're in Africa back home, right?
Mhm.
When maybe a white person comes to a certain community, like
Yeah, yeah,
everyone will be coming out of their houses. They'll be like, "Hey, there's a white man and what and other things," because those people they don't see them regular.
yeah, yeah,
So like that feeling whereby everyone wants to know about them, they want like to interact with them, and they want to take pictures, especially the pictures part. Everyone wants to have that memory whereby they can actually show others that, hey, I actually met this guy. You
yeah.
see.
That's true. That's
So
true.
have you ever faced the same thing?
I think with me is, I'm sorry to say this, but then
Yeah.
sometimes if ever like I know that I'm not going to get any benefit out
Not
of
benefited.
something,
Mm-hmm.
I can be someone who can ignore things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like because I know that's how people react, right?
Correct.
And also that I take myself as a local here.
Yeah.
So when they're staring me, I act as if I'm not even recognizing them, right?
Mm-hmm.
That way, I'm not giving them the attention that they want me to give to them, right?
Give to them.
Because someone will be seeing that, okay, if I know this person wants to talk to me, but then like they don't know how to approach me, right?
Right. Yeah.
So now the problem is, I as a person, I would like break the ice, but now with me, the problem is the language, right?
Language. Yeah.
The language, I can't speak their language, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with me, I prefer if ever like they come to me and then they are the ones who initiate the conversation, then that's when I get to interact with them. But then if ever someone is just staring at me, okay, keep on staring. I'm on my business. I'm doing my business. I'm focused on my business. So that's where I'm going.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the ones who stay, yeah, I understand. That's human nature. It happens in every culture, in
Yeah.
every part of the world. It
Every part of the
happens,
world.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to act as if I'm amazed or something.
And
I know these things. I analyze situations. I analyze people. I live with people. I've seen these things, right? I've seen them happening to other people, and then when it happens to me, then I understand it's quite easy.
so, what are the challenges that you have actually met from where you came from, right?
Mhm.
I mean, for instance, from the airport. to the place or where you were supposed to go? Any challenges that you faced along the way?
Uh, I don't think I faced any kind of challenges per se, but like I said, the only problem I had for me was the weather, that it was very hot.
Sorry.
For the first time, I mean, in the car they
In the
turned
car.
on AC,
They
but
turned
then
on AC.
once we stop and then the car goes off,
Oh,
that instant, I mean, in the car
now hot.
it's a very hot, very much hot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also the other thing was like now you go you keep on stopping at these restaurants, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because now here the restaurants you find along the way, they are local restaurants, right? And now when you look at the menu, my name, hey, there's nothing that you are familiar with. All these things, they are like very new to you. You don't even know what, you can't even guess what do they have here, what do they have here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the funny thing about me, like I told you, that I'm very reserved.
Yeah, yes.
So now our driver says, hey, come down, order something to eat. And then I was like to people who I'm working with, okay, you guys can order, I'm okay, I just
Mm-hmm.
need water, right?
Mm-hmm.
So people ordered, my man,
People ordered.
and then they tasted the food and they were like, what is this,
What?
what is this?
Did you
Uh,
actually finish the food?
huh?
Did you actually finish
No,
the
they
food?
didn't even finish the food. What I
What?
did was, instead, I finished off someone who ordered, and then they said they didn't like it. And then when I tried it, I was like, wow, this is good.
This is good.
I had it, right?
Mm.
I just forget the name of the dish,
Of the
but
dish.
then it was very, 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 very tasty. Like,
Yes. Oh
yeah,
wow.
it was a different flavor. It was a
Flavor.
different kind of food. But then when I tasted it first time, it was very good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now the other challenge is we don't know where we are going, right?
What?
Yeah, yeah. Now,
How come you don't know where you're going?
I mean, it's my first time in India.
No, I mean, like, yeah, there's supposed to be like maybe a guiding tour who will, like, try and guide you, get you to a place where you want to go.
No, no,
Isn't it
no.
supposed to be like that?
Google Maps is my guiding tour.
Agents,
Uh, the agents are in the other parts of the state.
the states, okay.
Some are back home,
Like, oh,
right? So the one agent that we were with at the airport, he's the one who took us to these cab guys. And then
mm-hmm.
after that, we were on our own with this cab with these cab guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one thing about India that a lot of people I think misunderstand is India is very huge, bro. It's very huge.
Yeah, it's huge. It's
It's
huge. Even
very
the
huge.
population, yeah,
Yeah, no, let's leave the population aside. The places,
places.
like moving from one city to another city, one state to another state, it's a very long distance that can take even hours or a day maybe.
Yeah, yeah. I once said that maybe from Mumbai and to get to what can you say Surat, they say almost approximately maybe 6 hours, 30 like that.
Yeah, from Mumbai to Surat, it's approximately 6 hours. But now, let me tell you something.
Okay.
When I first came, when
Mm.
we were at the airport, I came with people who were going to Dehradun.
Dehradun.
Dehradun is somewhere close to Delhi,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
So now this is, we are in Mumbai.
Right.
These people have to go to Dehradun, right?
Dehradun. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we came with the thought that it's not that far away, right?
Not that far.
No man, those people, they took something like I think it was something like 33 hours.
What?
33 hours
On a what?
on a train.
On a train.
Imagine, bro.
Oh.
Imagine.
And we in Africa were only used to a 3 hour journey, a 3 hour.
The longest journey when I'm home, it's from my hometown to Joburg. I think the longest trip I took when I was back home was from uh home
Mm.
to my hometown to Cape Town, and
Mm.
also from my hometown to Botswana.
How long?
18 hours max.
18 hours.
Yeah.
So this one seems like it was one of the longest hours, right?
So 33, my man, hey, it's just too much,
In a
eh?
train.
In a train.
That's
Imagine.
something.
And
Oh,
it's your first time in
it's your first
India.
time in.
And
Oh,
the thing is, also, you don't know how these things work, right? You just think that every train available is for everyone. You don't know that, okay, fine, there are
this one.
different trains, this
We're
and
not.
that.
We're not scared of getting lost.
Myself,
Eh?
I mean, you can't get lost when you have Google Maps. The only thing I was scared of
Hmm?
was not having Wi-Fi connection.
Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah, yeah.
So, if you're entering any new country, right?
Mhm.
They are usually like shops that sell SIM cards, right? Were you not able to get one from any of those shops?
I think with me is uh I was not comfortable with getting a SIM card that I don't know the processes
The
that
processes.
would go around with it, right? And also, I think I was quite busy. I was a bit busy to go around looking for SIM cards.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
What were you
because
busy with?
no, no, no.
You have to
Hey,
tell us.
no,
What were you
man.
busy with?
I was busy with my friends.
With the friends.
We just came a long way and we were just
Which
about to.
which friends are these ones?
Huh?
Which friends are these
No, no,
ones?
no. The people
Your
we
friends?
came. No, bro.
Okay.
Hey, this guy.
Okay.
Yeah. So like now I didn't have the time to even think about a SIM card or something like
SIM
that.
cards.
But then overall, I'm not someone who likes suffering. Right?
Safari. Okay.
So imagine you buy a SIM card today and then it doesn't work
Mm.
because these things they happen back home. That hey, man, you buy a SIM card. You see, when from my country, when you go to South Africa, you find that you buy a SIM card, right?
Mm.
But now this SIM card has to be recharged. I think
Recharged.
it's something they call RICA, right?
Okay.
It has to be registered.
Registered.
So if it's not registered, you can't use it, right?
Mm. Or you
So
can actually get scammed, right? Or
uh,
you're afraid to get scammed again.
that's the other thing.
Hey,
I'm someone who's so reserved that I don't want to be a
let me be
victim
like
of a scam.
of scam.
Hey, my man, we've been scammed a lot.
Yeah.
Hey,
Especially in Africa, you find like you go maybe and buy something from this other vendor, right? From
uh-huh,
this other corner from
uh-huh.
the streets. And then actually when that thing doesn't work and then you want to go back to return that thing and then you don't find the person. Has it ever happened to you like
No,
whereby
no, no, no,
you buy something, right?
no.
And then when you want to return that something and then you don't actually find the vendor there, then you'll be like, "Eh, what? Crazy. And you can't even report the case.
You know, like I tell you, I'm reserved. This thing of me being reserved, it helps me very much, man. There was this other time I'm sent to go buy school shoes, right?
Issues, eh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was doing this subject they call design and technology, right? So we actually needed like very strong shoes,
Some
right?
shoes.
So now it was around the days where the schools were going to reopen. So these guys they know that people are looking for school uniforms,
School
this and
uniforms
that,
and other things,
right?
yeah?
So this guy just out of the blue pops up. Hey,
Okay.
are you not looking for school shoes? And then he shows me, no, this shop, I work in this shop and we have school shoes,
Mm.
right? But then I can offer you at the lower price.
Lower price.
You
Yeah,
just
yeah,
give
yeah.
me you just give me this much and then I'll bring you a box. But then you have to go at the back and wait for them at
Black
the back.
market.
You know my man. Huh?
Huh?
My man. Me being me. I ignored this guy. I went past.
How old were you by then?
I think I was around 12, 13.
Oh, so you wanted some extra cash for
Yeah.
yourself.
Huh?
You
No, no,
wanted some
no.
extra
Not me. The
eh?
guy was the one offering, right?
Offering.
Yeah, yeah. Because the thing with these people who scam people, I don't know, man. It seems like they have something to smell people with
Like,
money.
yeah, I heard that they can actually
When
sense
you
you.
have
They have
money, man.
sensors.
Yeah. When you have money, that's
So
when they will attack you, man.
so they censored you, my man. Hmm?
So this guy came to me, man. Eh?
Okay.
And you know what? The following day, I came and then I saw him doing the same thing to other people,
Other people.
right?
Yeah.
And then now after some few days, I had people. It was a lady, so she was calling the radio and then explaining. how she's been scammed and this and all that, right?
Mm.
And then I was like, it's the same guy. And guess what? I never saw him there
Again.
again. I never saw him again. So that's the other thing with them.
So you
They are
actually
never
learned your lesson and then you made sure that
I think yesterday you have a talk show, and then yesterday we were talking about values and all that, right?
yeah,
So now I think one of the values that I learned my parents taught me is you never trust just anyone, strangers. You never trust
strangers.
not anyone you don't know, right?
So
So with strangers, my man, if ever I don't know you, I won't even try to convince myself to even think that I know you.
so yeah, you have been staying in India for how long?
Uh, oh, so eh? October, November, December, January,
I
February,
actually using your fingers to
March,
count.
June, July, what? Then
Okay.
14 months.
14 months.
Yeah.
That's approximately a year
And 2 months.
and 2 months.
Yeah.
Oh, how can you describe your relationship with the locals?
My relationship with the locals?
Mhm. Not love relationship. Relationship. Mhm. Okay.
It's very good, man.
Mhm.
It's very good.
Very good.
Yeah, it's very good. Very,
Tell
very,
us.
very,
Tell us more.
very, very good. The only problem is now, I think you go to a place and then you find these welcoming people who are ready to welcome you,
Welcome you.
who
Yeah.
are willing to teach you things, right?
Okay.
So from there, then you start building the relationship,
Yeah.
you start building bonds, right?
Mhm.
So I think since the first day I came, right,
Mhm.
people have the thing about Indians is they're very, very much friendly.
Friendly. Yeah. Friendly.
I
Yes.
mean, they will kill you with their friendliness.
Friendly.
And then even if someone is scamming you, they will still be friendly and all smiley, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing with them is they're
Because
very
because I also remember this other instance whereby I was at the airport in Mumbai, right? I had no SIM card, my man. And then I was trying to contact like my agent, and then like I just approached this other guy, he wasn't afraid, like, we managed like to have like that conversation, that heart to heart, like a brother, right?
yeah.
I was like, what? This thing doesn't usually happen, when you're in a new country and then there's that tension that is there, that hey, you are new and then me, there's that thing, but there was nothing like that actually, because we actually like communicated very well, and the guy just gave me the hotspot, my man, and then I just connected, and then I just managed to get in contact with the people that I wanted to get in contact with there, and I was like, what? And he was not the only guy. That guy we stayed for almost 30 minutes discussing some things and other things, and then he actually left. And then I had to again to ask this other guy, and then all of them that I met actually were one of the people who were so kind, you
yeah.
know. For that, I can actually support your point that these people, they are very, very, very good.
Yeah, there's one friend of mine. He always boasts about that. He every time he be telling me, "Hey, bro, we Indians we are very good at hospitality. We
Yeah.
are very good at uh, helping people, at welcoming people, and all that." And one thing I will tell you about them is, uh, every time
Mm.
they'll keep inviting you to their homes.
Yeah.
Hey, you should come to my home. You should come to my home. I have this friend of
Have
mine.
you actually visited one?
Yeah,
How was the experience
hey
like?
man, it was very. I was home, bro.
You were home.
When you go to your place and then you don't feel like, okay, fine, I'm not from here. It
Mhm.
felt like it's my home. Even now, just a couple of weeks ago, I
Mhm.
visited just before Diwali. I visited his home again, right? It
Mhm.
was still home, bro.
Just still home.
I man, I just don't know how to explain the
You were
the
receiving that love, eh?
but
That
man,
mother nature love, eh?
like they know me
They know
from a
you,
long time. And mind you, I just know their son.
their
And
son. Yeah.
from me knowing their son, it's just how we I came to know them,
Came to know them.
right?
Mm.
So they don't even know me to that extent that they could be that comfortable with me, but they are very much comfortable, bro. And now everywhere I go, where like his friends, I mean,
Mm.
he's, that's one thing that Indians
Mm.
beats Africans with, man. Because in Africa, if I don't know you, I don't know you, man.
Yeah, yeah. So
I
there's
even
that
if you
thing,
get
the
lost,
getaway,
I
getaway.
even if you get lost, man.
Yeah, sometimes there's that thing that is there that, yeah, get away. Hey,
Yeah,
who are
yeah,
you? Me and me. You know that thing, that feeling.
yeah,
But anyways, 3 days back, right? It was International Men's Day, right? And they tell us what is International Men's Day. I was actually surprised. I didn't actually know about this day. I was like scrolling, and then I see this other status, International Men's Day. I was like, what? Such thing exists?
The funny thing is, the very same day, is
Uh,
it sanitary day or toilet day, something like that?
there's something like that again. I don't
Yeah.
even actually know about these days. I'll be
Is it
like
sanitary
surprised
or
of
toilet
how
day?
what's happening there. Yeah?
I think it's sanitary or toilet day, right?
When is it?
On the 19th of November.
What?
Yeah, because Men's Day is also on the 19th of November.
Oh,
Yeah.
so did you actually get the time to celebrate both, or you like chose the other one
Celebrate
and then you
what,
just
my man? Men are never celebrated, man.
no, my man? Because if there are such like days, right? They are called for celebrations. You have to celebrate them, my man, and then be proud of the day,
But
right?
then, like, I'm telling you, men are never celebrated.
Why is it so?
How many people did you see celebrating that day? That's why you didn't even know. Because, if ever it's Mother's Day, it's Women's Day, my man, you don't even have to just when it says 12 o'clock
Mm,
the following day, people start updating statuses and all that, right? But then with Men's Day,
mm.
just a small portion, just a small portion of the society is aware of that, right?
Mm.
Because in the world we live in, men are not celebrated.
Cool.
Men are not celebrated, and that is wrong. It's wrong, I mean, it's a very, very wrong.
So tell us, uh, was it your first time knowing about this day, or you actually knew it before?
No, no, no. Just like you, it was my first time, right?
First time.
But then, as for Tulip Day, right? We have celebrated that in my previous school
Mm.
before, right? So I was not amazed by that one, right? But then now, what caught me off guard is whosoever that chose this day, why did he or she have to choose it when it's Tulip Day? Because you know how men are like labeled. Men
Yep.
are labeled as trash, as this, not caring, blah 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 blah.
Mm.
So many negative things are being said about men, right?
Mm.
And that's not good, bro. Because men play a very huge role in society.
Which roles are those ones?
My man,
Clarify.
the building we are in right now.
Okay.
Do you think it would have been possible if ever men's input was not there?
I don't know. You have to answer it.
I have to answer it.
Answer it.
Well, 90% of the world we live in,
Mm.
honestly speaking, is created by men,
Mm.
right?
Um,
On the road, driving trucks. Who's driving the trucks? Who's delivering things
but
all
nowadays,
over?
but nowadays we actually find the others also engaging in the same trade, right?
But then, now the woman she gets pregnant, right?
Mm.
The woman she gets pregnant.
Okay.
She's not going to sustain that work because now she's going to have to deal with hormones.
Mm.
She's going to have to deal with labor. She's going to have to deal with breastfeeding,
Mm.
all those kind of things. So you can't expose women to those kind of danger that okay
True.
fine.
Mm.
Let's say she's working in a chemical industry, right? And
Mm.
then she's pregnant.
Mm.
You can expose her to those harmful chemicals
Definitely.
because now they're going to affect the baby, right? That's why she has to be away from
Yeah, well.
that toxic environment now. And for men, they have to grind, my man.
So what does it mean to be a man? You are a man, right?
That's a difficult one.
What does it mean to be a man?
That's a difficult one.
According to your own perspective, according to your own understanding, according to your own being man.
According to myself,
Mm.
I think when we say you're a man,
Mm.
you are someone who is able to, who has principles first,
Principles.
right?
Yes, principles.
You have those principles, you have those values, you have integrity, right?
Integrity.
You have like loyalty, all those kind of things, right?
Okay.
And also you have a backbone,
Backbone.
right? A
Mm.
man has to be someone who has a backbone, right? Who can stand up to anything, challenges. But then also, when you're talking about standing up to anything, it doesn't mean now that, in my language, they have this saying that "Muna kinguhale."
Okay. What is it?
What it actually means is like a man is, it's more like a stone, right?
A stone.
Doesn't have emotions, doesn't have
Emotions.
tears and all those.
But is it something that is actually a reality thing, or it is actually a literal way of describing of how men are supposed to be?
It it is a literal way of explaining of how a man is supposed to be,
Be,
but now it comes on to become like a day to day kind of thing, right? Like we have our traditions, right? We have those kind of things. So in our traditions, uh you're told that as a man you can't look weak in
Look
front of
weak.
a woman.
Yeah, you can't do it. Especially in Africa, they believe that you have to be strong, my man, even if you are going through some other things.
Yeah.
And then they say, be strong, you're a man.
And an example of those kind of situations, you'll see it in the funeral, right?
Mm.
In a funeral, you see that this man is hurt, there's tears all over his eyes, and then you see one uncle standing up, going to him and telling him, "Don't do that, don't do that." Immediately, that guy he changes. That pain now he doesn't let it go,
Let it
right?
go. Mm.
He stores it in,
Such a
right?
Mm.
And now this
Mm.
pain is still being stored. Something happens the next day.
Mm.
He doesn't have to express that.
Express that.
He has to store that pain
So that
within
thing.
him, right?
Mm.
Now, there comes a time that something happens again.
Mm.
Now that's where now he can't contain this pain anymore.
Mm.
He needs to let it out, right?
Mm.
And then now that's where men now start to become bad people.
That is.
Because now they are reacting, they are letting go of this pain.
I've
Right?
been hearing that there are a lot of men who are facing mental problems.
That's true. That's true.
Mm.
Men face a lot of mental problems because now the first thing is you are denying the situation that I have problems,
I have
I'm
problems.
facing difficulties. You are denying it. You
Mm.
want to be a man. You want
Men.
to stand tall, right? Now you keep on resisting this, right?
Yeah.
So now, and also even for suicide rates, right?
Suicide. Yeah, suicide rate.
Men suicide rates are much higher than the women
The
suicide
woman.
rate. And
Yeah.
that time you should remember that I think if I'm not mistaken,
Mm.
global wise, population wise, women are more than men, right?
Yeah, they are more
Is
than
that
men.
right or wrong?
Yeah, that's true.
Right. So women are more than men, right?
Mm.
But then now the suicide rate in men is more than the suicide rate in women.
What do you think is the cause?
The cause is this one of that people have labeled a man as someone who has to be strong, who doesn't have to get hurt or anything like that.
What makes a man? Is it the age or is it the responsibility?
What makes the man? What makes the man is it comes with it doesn't. It's not age. It's about understanding.
Mm,
It's about understanding, like, let's say, be mature enough to understand situations and also knowing how to act in what situation, how, those kind of things.
you mean like
Like
the role?
having, it's not even about the role as such, but then it's having those integrity, knowing when, okay, fine, now here I have to lead,
Actually,
here I have to just support,
support.
right? So you have to understand your role, right?
Mm,
Because when you're a kid, when you need something, you have to go to somewhere,
or
right?
somewhere, yeah,
When you need something, and now when you're a man, now you are the one who is on top,
on top.
right?
Mm,
There's a saying that a man is the head, right? So
mm,
he's at the top. Now you are overseeing everything, right?
mm.
That's what, in my understanding, is becoming a man. You oversee things, and then you try and to come up with solutions to those kind of things, right?
Mm.
And then when you're failing, you have to admit that I'm failing, and then
Okay.
you ask for help. That's the other thing that's killing men. They don't ask for help, right?
So, in terms of help, right?
Mhm.
Uh, you as a young man who's going, what do you suggest? What do you suggest? What do you think should be done?
Uh, I think main we need platforms like this, right?
Platform like this,
We need platforms like the talk show, right?
talk show, yeah.
Where as men we come together, right? We sit down,
Sit
we
down.
talk things through, right?
Mm.
And when we sit down, we are not sitting down telling you to toughen up, right?
But is it actually something that is possible for men to actually come and sit down, because they always believe that they have to carry their own problems from within and not express it from the outside world, because they believe that maybe they will be seen as people who are weak.
That's a myth we have to break.
But is it
You
possible?
you expressing your vulnerability doesn't make you weak.
But is it actually a possible thing that you can actually break like that barrier that is between men and they are like the way how they present themselves, saying they are a strong like a vessel.
Yeah, it is. Let me tell you something. Uh this thing of men saying men are strong and all that,
Mm.
it was brought upon a woman,
Mm.
a human, not
A
woman,
human
a
or
human,
human.
yeah, a
Okay,
human being,
okay,
right?
human.
It was brought upon, the idea was brought upon a human being, right? So a human being had a mind, right? So maybe there was a situation that was going on then, right?
Mm.
That influenced that person to now be telling people that you have to toughen up and do this, right? But now we are in the world where men are dying of men are experiencing mental health issues, because mental health issues, it's not just depression.
It's depression,
There
yeah.
are so many
There are so many
diseases
diseases.
which are connected to mental health, right? So now we have to sit down as men and now teach men, because they were taught before that as a man you don't have to be vulnerable.
Mm.
We have to sit down and talk and say it's okay to be English is running away now.
Yeah, English is running. English. Ish.
But we
Mm.
have to to instill that it's okay to be weak,
To do with
right? Because that's what happens in life. In
and
life, there are your high times, there are your low
the
times, right?
up and downs.
So if ever you are in your low time, don't pretend as if you are in your high time,
Yeah, I can.
right?
But have you actually found yourself like in that position whereby you are there, right? You are at the edge, and then you are telling yourself that you are a man. Have you ever found yourself in that situation? And then
I actually have. I actually have, right?
did you manage like to deal with the situation? How was it like?
I didn't manage to deal with the situation, right?
Mm.
Because like, let me tell you something. So it's I was in college, right?
Okay.
Now I failed my semester, right?
Mm.
Now I'm living with four guys in the room.
Four
I mean,
guys.
there's four guys in the
Four
room,
guys.
so that means I'm living with three guys, right?
Four guys.
So now all these three guys during the day they go out to school. Now I'm left alone in the room, right?
Mm.
I'm preparing to resit my exams from my exams, right?
Mm.
Now when I'm seated there, I start having like, as a some pain, body pains,
Four
right?
guys. Mm.
Some like, I don't know how to explain to you, but then something,
Sharp pains.
yeah, the sharp pains,
From
right? Here, here, you see,
eh?
these kind of areas, right? And then
Mm.
I take this thing lightly, right?
Like
But then
okay.
it keeps happening for weeks and weeks. And then one day, one of my roommates is like, "Hey, you can't be keep on crying about these pains, and then you're seated here. At least go to a doctor. Hear
Mm.
what the doctor has to say." And that's the other thing about we as men.
Man,
We hate going to the doctors,
we
right?
hate it. I
So
actually hate it also.
so now uh here I am. I'm going to the doctor. What's my expectation when I get to the doctor? To be given medication
Medication.
for my pains, right?
Mhm.
And now when I get to the doctor, I explain my situation. The doctor, first thing he asks is there anything you're going through? Any traumatic experience?
Mm.
I'm like, nah, I think the only thing that happened recently was I failed, so I'm still trying to uh, uh prepare for
Prepare
resitting my
for.
exams, right?
Mm.
So the doctor is like, okay.
Okay.
And then he stands up, he goes out, he comes back, and then he tells me that I have depression. What? That I have to see a psychologist, right?
What was the take on that?
It caught me off guard, right? It caught me
Did you
off guard.
like instantly say, okay,
And then it didn't make sense.
it makes sense.
It didn't make sense because I thought to be depressed. Now it's you seated in the room, feeling pity
Feeling
on
pity
yourself
yourself.
and all those kind of things, right? But then actually, that's how I was reacting. But then I was not exactly reacting that way. But then uh, emotionally, mentally, that's how I was reacting.
Mm.
Because always when these guys were living, I always was like, "Ish, if ever I could have passed, I could be going to school with the other kids too, right?"
Mm.
So now the other thing is, ish, now I'm wasting my parents' money. You see,
Like, did you try to seek like second opinion from another doctor, or you just had to like absorb everything and then
no, I think what happens is when they tell you that, they instantly
mm,
uh, send you to the psychologist or
to
the
psychologist?
therapist or
Yeah.
whosoever is available, right?
Okay.
So for me, right,
Mm.
I went to see the lady.
Did
We had
you-
some few sessions, and also the other thing is they'll be giving you some drugs, some pills, right?
Mm.
So you still be having those kind of things, right?
Mm.
And then now, what became a problem for me is now I was expecting to be okay because now I'm going to therapy. I'm
Therapy.
having this medication that I'm being given, but then let me tell you something.
Mm.
It was not getting better. Instead, it was getting worse.
What was the reason? Because I thought maybe if you are facing like issues of mental breakdown or health issues that in terms of or mental depression, right?
Mhm.
I thought maybe you like going to those sessions, going to see a professional like a psychologist, it actually makes you open up and you try and then like meet halfway so that they can actually solve the problem that you're going through. I thought that helps because even not because of what I know, but because of what global everyone is saying, right? The percentage they're
Mhm.
saying it actually helps. So what was different? for
Uh,
me.
so what happened was I got to a therapist, and just as you're saying, you have to open up, right?
Open up.
Now, remember, you are this person who has been so isolated all this time around, right?
Mm,
Now, you open up to a stranger, someone you don't know, right?
mm,
And then the stranger tells you that this is what you have to do, this is what you have to do, this is what you have to do, right?
mm.
Now you're trying to do those things, but then now in your head, you are like, do I have to trust this person? Should I trust this person?
Okay.
Right? You're like, should I trust this person? No,
Do you
all
have
these
trust?
thoughts.
Do you have trust
Oh
issues?
yeah, 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 I do.
Okay, okay, I
Hey,
understand.
man, they kill me, man. They kill me.
You don't trust.
Not easily. I do trust,
I don't
but
trust.
not easily. You have to convince me to trust
I
you.
trust you.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
And that's one of the things that people misread about me. They think that I trust easily. No, right? I have like trust issues. So there
Oh.
are things that I would take lightly. There are things that I have to like calculate very well. Anyway, I was saying now you're opening up to this stranger, right?
Mm,
Now, when you open up to this stranger, now you're thinking about things that you're telling them, right?
mm,
And because when you go to therapy, you say everything, right? So
mm.
when you're saying everything, you're telling them about your experiences, what you've
Experience.
been through, and all those kind of things, right? And then those experiences they include and involve people, right? So
Mm,
now you're thinking, okay, fine. If ever now there comes a time where these people who I have problems with have to come to this session,
mhm.
how are they going to react? You see, those kind of things, those were the thoughts that were going on in my mind, right? And that's why I couldn't get better. That led me to even taking my bags and going back home, right?
Going back home, like
Because
where your parents are,
yeah,
and then when you got home, right?
uh-huh.
Uh, did you actually open up to your parents, or like you kept it to yourself and you say, you are a man, you have to be strong.
No, I think that one of being a man, the therapist, she crashed it. She
Okay.
crashed it that it's true that you might be a man, but then what you have to do is you have to love yourself, right? And loving yourself means you have to accept the situations when you're
Situation.
not okay. When you're not okay, accept that you're not okay, right?
Mm,
That's where the solution will come from. The solution will not come from you resisting the the the, the thing, the situation. Okay, so that was it. Now, I go home. When I get home, I since I stay home 2 months, something like 2 months. I get back to school. I sit for two papers. I had four modules, so I sit for two modules, right?
mm,
So the thing with those modules is after writing, the results they instantly come back.
okay.
It's a fail again.
Okay.
Now,
What was going through your mind, like?
huh?
What
now,
was happening? What was cooking there?
now I'm convincing myself that you know what, I have to be a man. Also, I have to be vulnerable, right? So
Mm,
now I, I'm trying to balance these things, right? Now
mm,
those symptoms they come again,
um,
right?
mm.
Those ones of sharp
The sharp
pains,
pains and other things.
those things,
Are
the
they
headache,
are these actually the symptoms of depression or what?
the symptoms of I think anxiety.
Anxiety.
Yeah, it will just
Okay.
depend on like how bad your anxiety is, right? Because some people also headache. You'll
Was
be having this headache that you can't tell.
you
You
can't say.
see here,
Mm.
this side. Sometimes it's at the back there, right?
So was it actually like the doctor who told you that these are like for the reason for depression?
No, no, no. The doctor didn't tell me that, right? But now, for me, like I told you, I analyze situations, I observe, I'm always calculating, right?
Okay.
So now, like I told you, those things they come back again, right?
Mm.
Now, when I went, now I let go of that doctor. I went to the other doctor, right? Now, in my country, we have doctor's booklets, right?
Mm,
So I have three, I think,
mm,
right? So the one that I was using when I was going there, because with in there they write every problem that you're experiencing, right? So now I left that one. I took the one that I used to use when I was from there, right? I
mm.
took that booklet. Now I'm going to use doctor. Okay.
Yeah,
In my mind, I'm saying I don't want to give him like thoughts that he might think that I'm depressed. I'm not depressed.
you're not depressed.
You see.
Mm,
So now when I get there, I tell him my problems. He says the same thing. Sends me to mental observation units. Right
mm,
now, that's when I got to realize that these things of mental health problems. It's all about you and your mind. It's all about loving yourself,
mm,
right? You have to love yourself. You have to take care of your mental well-being. You have to protect your mind, right? Because all these things, they are just thoughts that just needs you to control and divert them, right? If ever there's something that's happening and then you want to entertain it negatively, that's
mm.
where this thing of depression comes in, right? But then now, um, we have this one of like being positive. You
Being
hear
positive.
people always say you have to be
Positive.
positive. That thing it helps, right?
Mm,
It helps so much. So uh, this thing of depression, this thing of mental things, it's all about the mind. So
the mind.
you don't have to entertain negative stuff. If
Negative
ever
stuff.
there's a bad thing happening in your life, just understand. Okay, fine. No, this is the situation. What's the way forward from here? Right? That's how you get to survive these kind of situations.
So you were able to to get out from that situation, right?
Um, I think I was able to get out of it on my fourth attempt of a different doctor who was telling me the same thing,
Okay.
right? That's when I got to learn that, okay, fine, all these symptoms, there are symptoms of anxiety, there are symptoms of maybe depression,
Mm,
right? So that's when I got to realize this thing up here, that's the
up
only
here.
thing, right?
Mm. So what can you suggest, right, as a young youth, right?
Mhm.
What can you suggest? What do you suggest should be done and about the International Men's Day so that many people out there can be aware of this day,
I think we just have to like actually every day. Let's just make every day Men's
Men's
Day,
Day.
right? Because women they have their special days, right?
Okay.
So let's just make every day Men's Day. Let's stop having these expectations from men that they have to uh, take situations, toughen up and take situation as if they don't exist, because challenges exist, many
Yeah.
challenges exist. We have to admit that. We have to accept that. And we have to now say, okay, fine, this is the problem. Now, what's the solution to the problem? And not always be protecting the problem and say, okay, fine, no, this is the problem.
Problem.
Let's see
Yes.
how. No, no, no.
Mm.
If ever there's a problem, let's look for a
Look
solution,
for
because
solution.
every problem has a
There's
solution.
solution.
That's what we always say in design. Every problem has a
There's
solution.
solution. I saw this other tweet. I was busy laughing. This other day in the morning, I was like, who should approach first between a boy and a girl? It was like a debate there on Twitter. Others were saying boy, others were saying a girl, and then others were like, yeah, we are living in the 21st century. It's no longer, it's not supposed to be boys who are approaching girls. It has to be the other way around, these other things.
That's
What's
the
your take
other
on that?
thing. That's the other thing. Because now, even with like it comes from that point of being a man, right? Now, you are being told that you have to be a man. So as a man, you have to be the one doing the approach, right?
Mm,
You have to be the one chasing after the girls. And according to me, that's
mm,
what how things are supposed to be. Because if ever love exists, right?
mm.
Uh, and you can fall in love, and a lady can fall in love, and you can be attracted to someone, and a lady can be attracted to someone, then that means that this thing of approach, it doesn't go neither way, right? You can
So
approach, she can
she can
approach.
approach.
Yeah,
That's your take.
according to me, that's my opinion.
Mm.
If ever you like someone, I mean, attack. You never know what you bring out of it, right?
But what I know is that a lot of girls they don't usually approach girls
Yeah,
because I
it's
mean,
it's because now there is this societal rules or values. I don't know what to call it, right? But then it's there, it exists, and then it says that always it should be guys approaching, right?
mm,
So you find that one girl, she's in love with this guy, right?
mm,
But then now because of pride of being a lady, right? She would rather lose that guy than go to him and express his feelings for him.
has anyone ever approached you?
Myself, nah,
I've
hey,
never been approached.
no, man.
Oh,
Except for I don't know.
mm,
But then if ever you're not serious, man, I don't take you serious,
okay.
right?
Mm,
If ever you're coming to me like uh, as if you're not coming to me,
mm.
I'm not someone who works with signs. Yeah, I learned like after a certain like there's this girl, a beautiful girl, bro,
Mm.
right?
From
Huh?
from
From my country.
okay,
So I had a thing for her, right?
yeah.
And then now with me, I'm someone who has like certain principles, right? So if ever I'm working with a lady, I respect
I
her
respect
for
them,
the relationship that we
the
have.
relationship.
That's the working relationship, right?
Mm,
Now, we were playing cricket with her, right? So now I was like mentoring her
mm.
and stuff like that, right?
Yes,
So now I had to kill whatever that I had that time because now I wanted her to focus on what we were doing. I didn't want her to focus on the other things.
other
That's the
things.
reason. That's the reason why I don't approach when we are working. Right
Mm.
now, a long time after we were done with that, and now she was having a boyfriend. Now we are talking, sitting down, having a chat, and she's like, I used to have a thing for you, and I'm like, really? Why didn't you tell me? She was like, no, I thought you saw I was doing everything a lady can do to make you aware. I'm like, no, 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 that's not how I operate.
So is it like the other method which girls actually use in
Yeah,
order
that's
to like
that's how girls actually think they are approaching. They give hints,
things
right? So at some instances, you find that one guy picks those hints. Now the girl, for pride, she
for
wants
pride?
to be chased.
Yes.
Now she plays hard to get, right? And that's the other thing that I don't entertain.
Mhm. Ah, have you ever approached one?
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
For real?
yeah, I have.
Because I've heard of this other thing that you like other people they take it like for instance like you as a boy maybe approaching a girl it can actually be seen as a harassment. But I guess nowadays it can actually be seen as a harassment, right? In other countries, for
Yeah,
instance,
yeah, yeah.
there are rules that are actually there to say if you actually approach inappropriate, it's
Yeah,
harassment. You can actually go to prison for that.
that's true. That's true. And this brings me to my first day when I first came here, right?
To India.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like we are happy to be in India. We see beautiful girls. Like one thing about India, my man, hey, there's beauty everywhere you go, my man.
Beautiful.
Left, right, and
Good
center.
flowers.
Eh? Very beautiful ladies, huh?
Okay.
Now, uh, Now, like we are from playing basketball, right?
That's it. Mm.
Now, we were going to hostel to take a bath, then we will go to canteen. Now, this girl, she's on her way to canteen, right?
Mm.
Now, one of the guys I was with, he approaches the girl
Ah,
and he starts complimenting her.
what?
And then he says to the girl, "Can I feel your hair? Can I touch your hair?" Right?
Like the girl's hair, like the
Yeah,
hair,
yeah,
the
yeah,
hair, the hair.
yeah. Because I think that's what happens even to me. Like Indians would be coming to me, "Hey, can I touch your hair?
Touch
Can I
hair.
feel your hair?"
Be like,
Yeah. So it was that thing. So it's a yes or no kind of
nothing.
situation,
Okay.
right?
Mm.
But then the girl, she resisted, and cool, we were cool with
What?
it. Yeah, she resisted. She couldn't allow him.
Was
And
there like a sort of like exchange of words, or
no, no,
was it
no, no,
like
no, 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 no.
just
The gestures were just saying no, right? And then we are like, okay,
a
cool.
moment?
We went our way, right? Only about 10 minutes later, I get a call from this Indian friend of mine. "Hey, where is this certain guy?" I'm like, "No, he's around, man. He's taking a bath. Why? What's up?" "No, that guy, he harassed my sister. This and that and that and that and that. And I'm going to report him to the police. He sexually harassed my sister."
Hmm.
I'm like, "But I was there. He
Okay.
did nothing. All he did was to ask."
Us.
Right? So that's the other thing, that we live in a world where, like, now we don't have to be realistic anymore. We are always running away from reality.
From the reality.
That's the problem with the world we live in today. That's the problem with the society we live in today, right? Because tell me, Name, how do you expect to fall in love when you're not approaching the someone that you like, or you have feelings for?
Uh is approaching someone and
Mhm.
has a limit in terms of age.
In terms of age,
Mm.
no, 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 no. I think that one, it's up to you. How, what are you comfortable with, right?
I meant to say, like, you as an individual, right? As a youth, which age would you actually say, okay, you have gone through stages in life, right?
Mhm.
As a youth, right? What stages would you actually say, okay, this is the right stage, uh whereby a boy or a girl can actually approach the other gender, and whereby they can actually reduce miscommunications in terms of these issues of harassment and other things, because there are other people, the youths who are young, right? They just go there and then they just try and approach a girl, a certain girl, without like understanding like the environment where they are in, the place where they are in, because actually in societies, right,
Mhm.
societies have different norms and values. Even countries, they have that. The way how you approach someone in India is different from how you approach someone in Africa, or in United States, or in France, or in Canada, or wherever around the world.
I don't think approaching is the problem here, right? The problem is communication,
Communication,
right? So, as adults,
adults.
we have to teach our kids from their young age that you have to communicate. If ever there's something that doesn't sit well with you, you have to communicate it to the next person. Right? If
Mhm.
ever you see someone who's beautiful,
Yeah.
you have to tell her, hey, or him, hey, you look beautiful or you look handsome, right?
Mhm.
You have to communicate. You have to learn to communicate. So now, if ever there's someone you like, you're able to go to her and tell her freely that, hey, I think I might this and this and
But
this, right?
others, they say communication is not a one-sided thing, and it's a two-sided thing.
Exactly. That
So, for your instance, we say maybe you yourself, you have that will of being able to communicate with someone,
Mhm.
and then you find that the other person doesn't know to meet you halfway in terms of communication. How would you like try by all means like to solve the problem that is within? Because actually you can go there while least you know what you're trying to do, but the other person takes you the wrong way.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying. You see, a kid.
Mm.
If ever you train a kid, right, when they're still young, that thing it's easy to for them to adapt to the concept that you're teaching them and there, right? So now, with the older people, it will be a bit of a challenge, right?
Mm.
With older people. But now with kids, when you instill that you need to communicate, right? And communicating, it's not sitting down and now saying, okay, when you're communicating, it's you saying something and then I listen when you say something, right?
Mm.
And then if ever I have to respond, I respond. And when I respond, I respond in a like peaceful and respectful manner,
Recommend.
right? So that's what I'm trying to say right now, because this thing of approaching is just miscommunication, because
Miscommunications.
you are like saying how you feel, you're
How you feel.
expressing yourself, right? And then now the other person, it's up to them whether they feel like, okay, fine, no, they would consider your feelings or not.
Mm.
And if ever they do not consider, they have to tell me, no, I don't feel comfortable with this or that, right? And you move on, right? Now it becomes harassment when now you I'm expressing my feelings to you, and
Mm.
then now you tell me, hey, please don't, I'm not interested,
I'm not
right?
interested.
And now I want to keep on pressing.
Okay.
That's when it becomes harassment.
But others they believe that in there's this word which they call it the youths are hard to get. Welcome back, guys. We are sorry for the inconveniences caused. So we'll try by all means to come up with something so that to make sure that the conversation flows and so that you also get us where we are going and where we started from. So, my brother, I think we have to continue where we left off.
Mhm. Where did we leave off? The
The,
camera sabotaged.
the camera was scared of you, my man.
The camera sabotaged us,
My
man.
man. But anyways, we were talking about approaching something that has to do with approaching, and then you were talking about something
And then you're talking about how to get, my
hard to
man.
get
What
or
how to get, my
hard to
man?
get. Yeah, I was talking about hard to get. That, for instance, there are other girls who play hard to get, right? And then so boys they'll be thinking that the girl is actually playing the hard to get thing, so they end up trying to pressurize or not give up in their pursuit for the what for the girl.
Well, the girl is playing hard to get.
Yeah.
But then I think for me, it's wise to have your intentions known at the very first time, right? So
Okay.
that this person they know where you stand. Remember, here we're talking about approaching. Also, there is the issue of harassment, right?
Harassment, yeah, true.
So you don't want to be finding yourself now in this person's personal space,
Mm.
because once you find yourself in this girl's personal space, now that's harassment, right? But
Mhm.
then you are interested in her, you just have to let her know. So it wouldn't kill you like uh, maybe once in a while, just to remind her, just to see where she stands, right? Because if ever she's not interested in you,
Mm.
she will let you know from the on go, right? But
Mhm.
then if she's interested in you, she will still like be interested in replying to you, communicating with you, right?
Mm.
That's when you know that, okay, if I know, I might have like something here, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what advice would you give to the youths, so that they like can like they don't find themselves like facing maybe charges like harassment?
I think one thing is learn to listen.
Listen.
Okay,
Okay.
learn to listen, and also don't be afraid to express yourself. Okay, so you express yourself, and then you listen also. And when I talk about listening, it's not just hearing; it's also about observing, because sometimes you'll be trying to approach someone, and then the body language it just rejects you on the onset, right? So you need to also observe and listen. That way you won't find yourself in a lot of trouble and a lot of like what do I call this? Yeah, you know my name. You get
Okay,
it.
okay, okay. I get where you are going. I get you, man. I heard you talking about cricket a lot. We're talking about cricket. Are you a cricket lover?
I'm a cricket player.
Cricket player?
Yeah.
Which team are you playing for?
Uh, Recently I was playing for the Design Warriors.
Design Warriors. Okay, nice
Yeah,
one.
but my cricket journey actually started in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
So since 2017 till date, I'm still a cricket player.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just that the format
The format.
it has changed.
Yes,
Like
yes.
when I was home, I was a seasonal player, but
Seasonal
then
player.
now here,
A full-time
ever
player.
since no, season ball. There's a season ball,
Season ball. Okay.
leather ball, and then there's tennis. But then ever since I came here,
Mm.
these guys they don't play cricket, man.
Um,
They play tennis, and now I
They,
have to.
they play tennis. What?
It's tennis, man. It's not cricket.
I thought maybe in India, like everyone knows how to play cricket, and everyone always play the right cricket. Like
Oh no. You know, it's just like in Africa. In Africa, you know, there's street football, right?
street football. Oh,
Yeah. So even here, there is that kind of like you just break the rules just to make the game fun for you,
fun.
right? And but then this tennis one, it's still like more like cricket,
More
but
like
then
cricket.
it's a bit safe
A bit safe.
in terms of like security and equipment because now with the leather ball you need pads, you need
Yes.
helmets, but then with tennis you don't need
Don't need
neither
those
of
things.
those,
Yeah, true.
right?
Mm.
So it's cost saving, but
Mm.
then also you get to enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself.
So cricket is a very expensive sport in terms that you need quality beds, you need to protect yourself, you need
Self.
thigh pads, you need
Protect.
leg pads, you need
Um,
like you need ribs
ribs protection.
protection.
Yeah, for you. Yeah.
Yeah, you need a helmet.
Helmet.
You also need a box to
Box.
protect.
Yeah,
You
you have
know.
to protect your
Yeah,
children. Yeah. So recently there was a World Cup for cricket, right?
hmm
The ODI,
yeah.
right? And
One day internationals.
it was hosted by India.
That's true.
Which team were you supporting?
I was supporting South Africa. Me.
South Africa.
Protea Fire. Yeah.
Was it South Africa?
Yeah. Even though it disappointed me.
Disappointed you?
Very much.
Ah,
Very much.
I mean like the finals. Which team were you supporting
In the finals.
in the finals?
I want to be honest with you.
Honest. Okay.
I supported Australia.
Australia.
Uh, One of my reasons for supporting Australia was because uh, I didn't want the internet fighting where people are fighting on internet because hey, in cricket world, man, people would like scratch each other, man.
Was it your only reason why you were supporting Australia?
Also, it's not fair for a team to be like playing consecutive matches without
Mm.
winning. And the other thing was like there were so many rumors that were coming with India not losing any kind of match, right?
Mm.
So like if ever it's not the pitch that has to be played to being changed, it was balls being
Balls changed.
switched. If ever it's not balls, it's something. There was always
Yeah, I
something.
also heard a lot of stories about the pitch being tampered with and a lot of stories that
Yeah.
were coming out of social media. But I just said, nah. Of course, India, they're good at playing this thing, so it can't be true. So I just like sidelined the lies and just said, it's all lies.
Yeah. So the story that caught my attention so much that I ended up supporting Australia was when they were saying BCCI.
Mm.
BCCI is the body that is in charge of cricket in India.
Mm.
Now they were saying BCCI controls ICC.
ICC. How come? Isn't it like these are two separate bodies?
ICC is the international body. That means
Okay.
it's the bigger body, and
Okay.
BCCI is part of ICC,
ICC.
right?
So how come like a BICC, which is a smaller body, being the one that rules
No,
bigger
they were
body?
talking about in terms of like pitches and all that. BCCI
Mm.
would tell like local uh, governing bodies of cricket, like let's say Gujarat. If
Mm.
ever there's a game that's going to be played in Ahmedabad,
Okay.
they will be telling those people to prepare the pitch in favor of Team India.
Who was your favorite player?
My favorite player, let me see, Bumrah and Kakeshwar Rabada. You see, Bumrah and Rabada, they've been like
Seems
on
like
point.
your favorite players are bowlers.
Yeah,
Is it so? Are you also a bowler?
yeah. I do some bowling too, so that's why
Wow.
I'm always interested in like the bowlers, the tricks that they do, and the mistakes, just to avoid doing those kind of things.
Mm.
Yeah.
What's your take on like the MVP, which was given to Virat Kohli?
Yeah, he deserved it. Honestly speaking, he deserved it. He scored more than 700 runs. So in a single World Cup. So that
Mm.
means it's 750. Is it 753 runs?
Yeah, something like that, 700 and something.
Yeah,
We'll try
in
and check up
just
those ones.
10 matches.
10 matches.
So that's an achievement.
That's an achievement.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was very beautiful, man. He really deserved it. It's just that now they won too many matches, and then he deserved also to win the final. He deserved to win the final, but now Australia, unfortunately, Travis Head, he couldn't allow them to win the final. Hey, that guy was amazing, man. Travis Head.
Yeah. He was
Hey.
superb. He was superb. You know, he was very good, very good.
Yeah.
He's a good player. So thank you, my brother.
Hey, my man, do you know, do you know there is one Indian who won the World Cup?
Who is that one?
What's Glenn Maxwell's wife?
Vinny Ramani.
Exactly. That's the only one Indian who has won the World Cup in the last 10 years.
10.
Is it 10 years? Yeah,
What?
in the last 10 or so years.
Ah,
That's the only Indian that has won like the World Cup. And hey guys, don't kill me for this one, but it's true. It's true.
okay. Don't kill my brother for this one. We thank you for staying tuned and watching us on Bloma's live podcast. I thank my brother here for
Hey,
coming and having a wonderful discussions on various things that takes place around us. So catch us live on our Bloma's YouTube channel, and also don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. You can actually follow us on our Facebook account and
Instagram.
Instagram account. Hey, English, man. English is the problem, man. Hey. Actually, English is the problem. English is not my mother language. So, guys, don't forget to follow us. We thank you. Catch us live next time.
Subscribe, share.